Welcome to Pull a Pin Already, War Room Edition. Back again as your host is Jim here, and joining me as usual.
Your co-host Nate.
Yes, it's got to be.
Why
It's
are we
all about the energy.
Yeah, and let's calm it back down now.
All right, now we'll come back down. All right, come back down and explain to you how this works, right? Unless you got something to add, something exciting happened in your life recently or no?
No, I just want to say I believe it's Monday. Happy Hanukkah, to everybody.
Yeah.
If it's not,
Happy
just edit that
Hanukkah.
out.
Happy Hanukkah.
I don't know what day today. Today is Monday, right? Yeah.
Something like that. Maybe Sunday. Anyways.
Anyways, happy Hanukkah.
Anyways, we're going to read some headlines because that's what we do here. We pull out some headlines from the media and we talk about them like we know what the hell we're talking about, because we know that's exactly what you do out there. You go read a headline, you get pissed off because you think it's something, and then you find out in the fourth paragraph that it is absolutely a lie because the media lies to you. So why not just listen to us, because our stories are way more interesting than the actual story the media is trying to tell you.
And full of facts.
Why?
Because they're ours.
Oh, who wouldn't trust a veteran? Right?
Exactly.
Never question a veteran, right?
Yeah, these guys are getting questioned.
Yes. So this is cool, right? Juul, right? That's how you say it. Juul to pay $1.2 billion fine over role in rise of youth vaping.
Okay, whatever. Good.
I think we're gonna agree here. Kind
of.
Go ahead.
What about all the other people that produce vape equipment? They don't got to pay a fine? Is Juul the only one?
Well, you should have read the headline, right? Or the article, right?
Nah, I don't want all those. I don't want all those facts. I want my own.
Well, I mean, I agree with you, because why Juul? Like, what is Juul? I mean, and what was their role in the rise of youth vaping? Now, was it deception?
If you read the headline, you would know.
I did.
Or the article. The article.
Did the same thing I did. Isn't it funny? So what I'm saying is, if their role was deceptive, okay. But in the end, I mean, who doesn't know vaping's bad for them?
Is that a bigger fine than tobacco companies had to pay for shoving nicotine down people? I mean,
yeah, but I think they were lying, weren't they?
Juul, I don't know.
No, the cigarette people, weren't they outright lying?
Yeah. So shouldn't they have a bigger fine than 1.2 billion?
Well,
I don't know.
That's a lot of damn money, right?
I know they've been sued and stuff, but you would think an actual tobacco company would have a bigger fine than a vape company.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, you know, alcohol, tobacco, those are the cash cows for all these rich people. You know that, right?
And firearms, ATF, alcohol, tobacco,
and firearms. Sure.
It's the whole agency for them.
Exactly. So they just collect the information so everybody knows where to go to invest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
taxes on those things are ridiculous.
You know, like I kind of have to believe, like, all right, so, you know, I was thinking about this because do we know that eating a Tide Pod is pretty stupid?
Not unless it's on the warning label.
Right. Exactly. Right. So at some point, let these kids vape. I mean, if they're that stupid, they really think they're doing something that's cool, they're going to do it anyway. They're going to eat Tide Pods, whether you put a warning on it or not. These kids are going to do it. It's sad.
But Tide wasn't advertising to kids. I don't know if Juul is advertising to kids because they couldn't, but their product enticed kids. I don't know if.
What does that mean? Bubblegum flavor? Like adults don't like bubblegum flavor? Like, what do you mean?
That's the problem. They're making it flavored, which is enticing kids to.
But why not? Dude, I know more adults that do this stuff. Dude, I'm telling you, back in my day, I think I've told you this already. You know, sitting in front of Starbucks because I had some addiction, and I really hate donating to those liberals. But I would watch all these people go into the vape shop.
Oh yeah, my brother used to own a vape shop.
It blows my mind. Like these people complain about how miserable their lives are, and they go spend all their money on vape and stuff.
Oh, that's how stupid this is. That's how the tobacco companies or the government, I think it was the government, I don't know if they did it or going to do it or in talks of doing it, they're going to ban menthol cigarettes.
Yes, remember that. That was a big racist thing, remember?
Not cigarettes, but just menthol, because it made you more addicted. Y'all are stupid. That's the
Well, I
government
mean,
for you.
like I
Stupid.
said, at the end of the day, look, I get it. I get it if something is chemically addicting. Like you can go up to somebody and inject them with something that's chemically addicting and they're going to be addicted. It's just that simple. But if it's just addicting, like how many of us are addicted to something? Didn't I just tell you I sat in Starbucks for how long? That's an
Food.
addiction, dude.
Food.
It's an addiction. So just because Starbucks has a pretty little mermaid, is that a mermaid on their logo? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Whatever. It doesn't mean I'm going there for that. But the point I'm getting at is I chose it. I'm choosing it. So what are they gonna? Can I sue Starbucks for making their mermaid too pretty?
Try it.
And
I'm
make,
sure some lawyer take it and it'll be good to
yeah,
go. We'll
I
give it a
might try
shot.
that. Yeah, I might try that. Anyways, this is ridiculous. I think vaping's stupid. And for all you kids out there and adults that do it, hey, choose your poison. It's dumb, but whatever. I don't
Well,
think Juul should
the
be on the
thing
hook for all that.
is, there's no tobacco in this stuff. So it's supposed to be a healthier alternative than cigarettes. Granted, you can still get it with nicotine, which is the addictive part of cigarettes, but there's no tobacco and tar and all the extra crap to breathe into your
So then
lungs.
what's the big deal? What does it matter if kids do it?
Because it has nicotine in it, and nicotine is illegal for people under 18. Well, 21 in some states.
Okay, so I mean, is it illegal to sell it to kids?
I would assume.
Then why would
Yes.
Juul be on
Oh,
the hook?
yeah.
Why would Juul be
Yeah.
on the hook? They're not selling it to kids, even if they're putting it in Disney movies. It doesn't make it legal to sell to kids. So why is Juul on the hook?
And I remember, I don't even know if they can even you can't even advertise cigarettes on TV anymore. I think they could advertise this vaping stuff on TV. I don't know if they can anymore or not. If they're getting fined $1.2 billion, I'm sure they probably shouldn't be advertised on TV anymore either.
I should have read the article because I'd like to just know what they're being fined for because none of that makes much sense to me. I mean, they're free to sell,
They're being fined for their role and rise of youth vaping. It's right there. It's right there in the headline. Come on, Jim.
All right, I got it right. So speaking of rise in youth vaping, this has nothing to do with it. Saudi Arabia says all bets are off if Iran obtains a nuclear weapon.
I think Iran's army is probably about as good as Russia's army.
Well, we're not talking about armies. We're talking about a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, well, yeah, Russia has that too.
Yeah, and we
they
may see that one day.
They ain't done nothing with it.
Well, just because they ain't, don't mean they won't.
No, Russia isn't that small. Iran, if Iran use it, their whole country will be obliterated off the freaking map.
Oh, I believe that. I do believe that. I think it would be the last thing they do as a country of Iran. But
Yeah, I don't
still
think there'd
think they
be
can
any
still do some
Iranians left
damage.
in the world. I don't think there'd be any Iranians left in the world.
Well, the problem is it still gives them leverage. They can still do damage.
Well, not if Saudi Arabia gets them first, because all bets are off.
I hope so. I mean, I hope Saudi, because Saudi, I think that's why Saudi's our ally, right? Because Iran's our enemy.
Yeah, probably.
Otherwise, Saudi's not our ally.
Even though some Saudis are terrorists, come from there anyway.
Right. That's what I'm saying. What is the saying? My enemies and my enemies' enemies are my friends, or something.
Keep your friends closer, your enemies closer, or something.
No,
like
that's not the one I'm thinking of. But yes,
that's what I'm giving you. That's a fact.
All right, that's the one that works. All right, so that's good. So then that's fine. Then let's send some weapons over to Saudi Arabia so they can go take the nuclear weapon away from Iran.
Well, are they part of NATO?
Who?
Saudi Arabia.
Why would they be part of NATO?
Okay, well then we can't give them weapons, just like Ukraine.
Oh no, we can do it. We can funnel them through Ukraine. Everything gets funneled through Ukraine.
Let's funnel them through Iraq to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. If you ain't figured out Ukraine is like a World Bank right now.
They got a couple billion right now.
They ain't got nothing right now. They all that money's been dispersed.
Right,
it's all been dispersed.
Pockets of people up on the hill.
The rich people, right? The people that already know the game and are ahead of you.
These people are getting rich and know the game.
Right. Schools spent emergency COVID relief money on increasing staff and salaries, not making schools resilient to COVID. Yeah, I'm not even mad at this, right?
Not at all, me either. Good for them for taking care of their teachers and staff. Good for them, because their school's resilient right now to COVID. They need to spend their money on it. So I don't know.
Exactly. I would like to know what that means by being resilient to COVID.
Me either.
Like, so, whatever. Good on you. I'm just,
No, I would
I
say,
mean,
we spent our money on COVID relief. We increased our staff, so when staff got sick, we got more staff to backfill them,
right.
and we increased their salaries so they could buy COVID protection stuff toward the school. There we go. We
Oh,
spent our
no,
COVID
no.
relief money.
Home COVID tests that we have to buy, right? The government will give you one, but we have to buy the MRF. Yeah.
No, I'm not mad.
Unbelievable.
I'm not mad at them at all. Because what did you do to make a school resilient to COVID? What did you do? Put a mask on the school?
Masks don't work. Oh, I can't say that. I
I
mean,
didn't.
some people say masks don't work.
Yeah. So, how do you make a school resilient to COVID? Like, oh, you could fix the air system. You could fix this.
Oh, dude, I
How
know how.
how many schools did that
I
now?
I know how. I know how to make it resilient. Distance learning. Send everybody home.
Let's not do that. I got 2 kids. We ain't doing that.
I'm just saying that's how you do it, man.
Send them to school. Let them get COVID. Let them build immunity, and let them keep learning.
Yeah. Yeah. It's right now the flu's running rampant and some RSV and some other viruses, respiratory
That's
viruses.
because these kids haven't been allowed to be around kids. They didn't build immunity of each other.
Yeah, they're
Imagine
all
that.
weak immunities. Yep.
Imagine that. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say
Well,
anything. I'm gonna knock on wood and move on because I've been all right so far.
yeah, let's move on because there's more exciting things happening in North Korea. North Korea publicly executes 2 teenagers for distributing South Korean movies.
What type of movies?
Let's take a guess or let's make a fact because that matters.
Well, it's illegal in North Korea, and that's part of the rules. That's part of the laws. Then okay, don't be distributing South Korean movies.
What constitutes a
What?
South Korean movie?
Why are other countries' rules and policies my problems? What makes our rules and policies right compared to other countries' rules and policies?
Well, I think when it comes to companies like Disney and stuff like the big name companies that are scolding you for global warming, uh, policies and I mean, human rights stuff, and then they go and change all their stuff because China doesn't want this and that. I think that matters. I think if you're going to take money from China and let them do all the things and then go over here and
Oh,
chastise Americans,
yeah.
then I
If
think
you're
you're the problem.
if you're gonna bitch about the Chinese child labor and then your product's made in China, well, screw you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said. There's just that stuff matters, but like this North Korea to South Korea, no, this is just kind of funny to me, and I don't mean funny by executing 2 teenagers in public. I think that's kind of savage. But at the end of the day, I mean, we get to tell a better story because there is a lot of facts missing here. Because I know what those movies were. It was probably like Jay and Silent Bob.
That's not
Is it?
that's not a Korean movie.
Well, it was probably in Korea at the time, so that
would
made
have
it
been
Korean.
Jung and Silent Kim. It was
See,
a
that
South
sounds.
Korean movie.
That sounds no. That sounds yeah. I guess that would be Korean.
Yeah, I was stationed
Yeah,
there.
I remember. Yeah, well,
Jung and Kim are Korean names. You were in Japan, totally different. You had
no,
different names.
I was in Fort Hood, so I remember all the Koreans there.
Oh,
Remember we worked at that restaurant?
isn't that Texas? Is that in America? Just wondering.
Yeah, but you remember I worked at that Korean restaurant. That was good times, man. Good times. There's actually some people I would be looking up if I could find them. Anyways, yeah, I got some memories that I cannot share on this episode from that place. But yeah, so this is kind of 2 teenagers. Is that 19? What do they consider teenagers?
13 and 19, right? Teenager, 13.
I understand what we call it, but we also don't know what a South Korean movie is.
Well, I don't know what kind of South Korean movie. I know what a South Korean movie is. I just don't know what kind of South Korean. Was it an action? Was it a mystery? Was it a porno?
Well, they weren't making them; they were distributing them, right?
Right.
We're spending a whole lot of time on this title topic here, and I don't know why. Maybe because it's the last one. But either way, I'm sure. I'm sure y'all got something better to do. Go watch some South Korean porn or something. I don't know. I know I got to check mine out. My new one just came in. But I'm not a teen anymore, so I can't be publicly executed.
Oh, you could if it's legal in your country. It's no matter how old you
I can
are.
still be. All right. Never mind. All right. I mailed them to Nate. Nate's got them, so
But
don't bother
it's not
coming here.
it's not legal to distribute in this country, so you're fine.
Oh, good. So I still mailed them to Nate, so don't come looking for me. Anyways, thanks, Nate,
Why were
for
they so
showing up.
sticky when I got them? Why were they so sticky when I got them?
I don't know.
Damn, mailman.
Yeah, speaking of mailman, let me tell you what. I had to go to the post office again today. I'm telling you, dude, as much as I moved, as many places I lived, I have never had the crappiest mail people in my life until I came here. And they can't, for the life of me, stop delivering other people's mail to my mailbox, even though I write big letters. Doesn't live here, put the flag up, leave it in there. Sometimes they just leave it in there. I'm like, are you serious?
My wife had a notification. Whoa! My wife had a notification. It was Amazon delivery, and it said, "Try delivery. Couldn't fit it in the mailbox. Try again tomorrow." And then she got a notice saying, "Couldn't fit in the mailbox. It's at the post office." I go to the post office. It's a package. I'm like, "You dumbass! It won't fit in the mailbox. Put it on the porch."
Right. What? I mean, maybe they don't do that for a reason. Anyway, I think we're trying to close this show.
Okay.
We'll talk about mail next episode. All right. I'm sure there'll be a headline. If not, we'll make one up. What happened? You had something to add to this closing that I'm trying to get through?
Yeah, you just gonna say Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, and then thanks for tuning in. It's like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinion. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin.